In this video, we are going to learn how you can automatically add Google Form responses to MS Excel spreadsheets. So the idea here is that you have created a form using your Google Forms account. Now you want that whenever that form is filled and you receive the submission, using the details of the form responses, a new record should be added to your MS Excel spreadsheet. For that, you need to integrate your Google Forms with Microsoft Excel. So here your trigger application would be Google Forms and your action application would be MS Excel. So how you can integrate both these software applications using Pabbly Connect and how you can set up this automation, for that you need to come to my screen. So welcome to my screen. Here let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you're the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free button and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes and you're going to get free task every month. If you're already a user of Pabbly Connect, simply click on sign in. In the all apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on access now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on create workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Google Forms to Excel Integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this particular use case, we want that whenever a Google form is submitted, automatically the form submission details should be saved to your Excel spreadsheet. So first we need to integrate Google Forms with Pabbly Connect so that whenever the form is submitted, automatically the form submission details are captured in Pabbly Connect. So open this trigger window and here choose the application name as Google Forms. Select the trigger event as new response received. Now we can see a webhook URL and some instructions. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webhook in your Google form. So here let us read few of the instructions. Google form responses are collected in Google Sheets. So follow the below steps in order to get the new response. Go to the form on which you want to take the submission and make the last question as required for the trigger. So I'll just take you to the Google form which I have already created. So this is the contact form which I have created and I have shared this form and with the customers, or I have embedded this form on the website to capture the leads. Okay. Now here I am collecting the details of the customer, that is the first name, last name, email address and the mobile number. And as it was mentioned in the instructions, we have to make this last question as required for the trigger. So I have made it required. Okay. Now if you want to add some more fields to the form, you have to just click on this plus sign add question and you can add the questions to the form as per your requirement. Now let's move to the responses tab. And here you can see I don't have any responses over here. We have 0 responses. So first we are going to collect the responses by clicking on this I button, that is preview. And here let us fill in the details. Let's give the first name as demo, last name as name itself, email address as demo@pabblytudes.com. And let's enter the mobile number. So I have entered a random mobile number over here and now let's click on submit. Contact form, your response has been recorded. So the form has been filled. Now let's move back to the form and here in the responses tab we can find one response captured over here. Now as Google form responses data are collected in Google Sheets, we have to link Google Sheet. For that click on this 3 dots and here we have to select response destination. Now here it is asking you want to create a new spreadsheet. This would be the name of the spreadsheet or you want to select the existing spreadsheet. So I want to create a new spreadsheet and this would be the name. If you want to change the name, you can just change the spreadsheet name from here. And now let's click on create, linking to spreadsheet and the spreadsheet is linked. Now to access the spreadsheet, we have to just click on this green sign view responses in sheets. Okay, and here we can see that the same customer data is added to the Google Sheet over here. Okay, first name as demo, last name, email address as well as the mobile number. Now we are going to integrate this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect so that the response or the form submission details are captured over here. For that, come to the Google Sheet once again, click on extensions, click on add-ons and click on get add-ons. Now it will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. And here we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now you have to install Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system. As you can see that it is already installed on my system, I'm just going to close this window. But remember, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Now again come to extensions and this time click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks and click on Initial Setup. And now here it is asking for the webhook URL and trigger column. So here we have to paste the webhook URL that we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So let's move to Pabbly Connect. From here we are just going to copy this webhook URL and we will be pasting the same over here. And now here it is asking for the trigger column. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here you can see that I have the data from column A till column E. So I want the data to be captured till column E. So my trigger column will be column E over here. Say if you have your data till column I and you want the data to be captured till column I, then your trigger column will be column I over here. Okay. Now let's click on send test. Test data sent successfully and now let's click on submit. Okay. So setup configured successfully. Now let's close this window. Again we have to come to extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks and this time we have to click on send on event. So why we are selecting this option? Because next time whenever the form will be filled and whenever the data will be captured in this particular Google Sheet, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the data. We don't have to link this data with Pabbly Connect again and again. So make sure you have a tick mark on send on event option. Okay. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and here we can see that the responses received and all the details related to the form submission are captured over here. First name as demo, last name as name, email address as well as the mobile number. So now we want this data to be added to our Excel spreadsheet. So now we are linking Excel spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. So click on this action step and choose the application name as Microsoft Excel. Select the action event as add row to worksheet. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and click on connect with Microsoft Excel. Now it is asking let this app access your info. So let's scroll down and click on yes to give away the permissions over here. Authorization successful. And now the Microsoft Excel account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now as we have created a connection, here we can find all the workbooks that I have created in my Microsoft Excel account. Okay. So I'll just show you my workbook which I have already created to capture the data of Google Forms. The spreadsheet name is new leads and the sheet name is leads. Okay. And here I have taken the columns for the first name, last name, email address and the phone number. So now I'll be selecting the same spreadsheet name that is new leads over here in Pabbly Connect. Okay, so that the data can be entered in this particular spreadsheet, new leads. Now here we have to select the worksheet. So as I have created a single worksheet, the worksheet name is automatically captured. If you have created multiple worksheets, from the drop down, you have to select your specific worksheet name. Okay. Now here it is asking for the details that needs to be entered in the column A, B, C and D. So we have already got all these details from our trigger response over here. So we will be mapping this data now. Let's scroll down and here let us map the first name from trigger response, that is demo. In the same way, we'll be mapping the last name. Here we'll be mapping the email address. And here we'll be mapping the phone number. So we have mapped all the details. Now let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. It means the data is added to our Excel spreadsheet. Let's check it. We have to just refresh it. Okay, and here we can see the first name as demo, last name as name itself, his email address and the phone number of the customer captured over here. And in this way, our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now, as this is a one-time process, we have set up the automation. Next time, whenever any of your customers is going to fill the Google form, automatically the details will be added to an Excel spreadsheet. So let's check this in the real time that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. For that, I'm just going to the contact form once again, and here I'll be entering the details of some other customer. Let's enter the first name as dummy, last name as customer itself. Let's enter the email address as dummy@pablitudes.com. And let's enter the mobile number over here. Click on submit. So the form has been submitted. Now let us check our Excel spreadsheet. We have to just refresh it. Okay, and here we can find the new customer details added to the spreadsheet. Name as dummy, last name as customer, his email address as well as the phone number. So in this way we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect so that whenever the form is filled and the response is received, all the details of the form submission are captured in Pabbly Connect. And then using those details of the form submission, we have added the same data to our Excel spreadsheet. And in this way, we have learned that how we can create an integration between Google Forms and Microsoft Excel using Pabbly Connect. Thank you.
So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.